watch Love Island?
No.
Oh, we're on air.
Mel B, have you watched Love Island? Is our opening question, apparently.
Love Island.
I haven't. I've been a little bit busy.
You must be buzzing still. You've only just come off stage, practically.
And I think my ears are still ringing, actually.
Are they?
Yeah, but it's, I mean, what a high and what an experience.
Has it been everything you hoped it would be?
And more.
I mean, how extraordinary is that when Adele is saying that she's fangirling over you lot?
Well, we're fans of hers.
Of course.
And I think we all had a moment where we kind of cried a little bit and, like, hugged, because she came backstage to see us before we went on stage. But, I mean, she's an amazing artist.
She looks quite good in the group shot there. I mean, I know
she's gorgeous.
Now that Posh is gone, what about Adele joining the group?
Adele's Adele, and there's only one Posh. Come on.
Yeah. Were you disappointed that Posh didn't turn up right at the end? Because we know that she wasn't going to be there all the way through. Did you expect her to be there at the end?
I expected her to come and just say hi, at least, you know.
On stage?
Not even on stage, just as an audience, like, member supporting.
Why didn't she?
Do I look like I know? I don't know.
You're obviously
I'm sure she has her reasons for not.
But were you a bit upset about it, that she didn't?
I've already said, yeah, I was upset. I still am a little bit. But, you know, it is what it is. And us girls, we all support each other no matter what. But, yeah.
She was at a wedding for the last shows.
Wedding, Spice Girls show, come on.
Also, it was only Sergio Ramos' wedding. I mean, it's a footballer, for goodness sake.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Is it a rift? I mean, you know, is that what we're looking at that can be healed?
No, I mean, we're all adults. We have to respectfully get on with whatever, you know. But it is a bit disappointing, let's put it that way.
I stepped in on Celebrity Juice.
And you were really good.
Thank you very much.
Really good.
So, you know, and there's something a bit posh people say about me.
You're very posh, actually.
Yeah, can we just enjoy the moment when I was a Spice Girl for 5 minutes?
You were good.
Thank you
very much. You were really good.
Thank you.
Can I ask you the obvious question, which is, before the tour started, you and I sat down together for Life Stories, which I know you've now watched, and you ignited a bombshell with this...
I did not ignite anything. That was all you're doing.
When I asked the question, what you could have done was gone...
I'll plead the fifth.
You could have done that, but you took the option of...
But I'm not a liar.
I know. And that's why I like interviewing you, because you're not a liar. You're very honest.
Yeah.
It did ignite a firestorm. It clearly did cause ructions behind the scenes. What was the truth?
In terms of...
You and Geri.
I mean,
her reaction to it.
We're friends at the end of the day, so...
But she was not happy, to put it mildly. Vesuvius went off.
Listen, she's used to dealing with me, so I'm going to say whatever I'm going to say within reason, respectfully, and I'm going to tell the truth, so that she just has to swallow that pill.
Well, I'm going to say, she basically inferred to the media that it was not true. Called you a liar, basically.
Yeah?
Well, what was your reaction?
I'm not a liar. I've already said that.
I know, I totally believe you.
And it's old news. I mean, this happened such a long time ago, you know, and...
How did you resolve things? Because it obviously was rocky.
I didn't resolve anything. I just showed up to rehearsals and we sung a few songs and then hit the stadiums.
You kissed and made up on stage the other night, literally. When
mean, when we're on stage together, us four, we're transported into our spice world that we created, and we're very, like, thankful, but we're also four silly little kids running around stage singing our songs that we penciled together, you know, from way back.
But there was a big moment, I thought, Mel, which was...
You just interrupted me. I haven't even finished.
OK.
You've met Piers Morgan, right?
No, but the point I wanted to get to is that the big moment I felt was for you, because of the way our Life Stories interview went. I knew what a big deal it was to you at the time when Geri left the band.
Yeah.
And she did the other night on stage, quite an emotional moment. She did apologise to you guys. Now, that was a big deal for you guys.
That was a
she'd never apologised. She'd never
No.
really explained why she did it. She now said, I was a brat and I'm sorry.
I mean, it was funny because I think we'd mentioned it in our previous shows. Like, Geri, do you remember when you left the group? And she kind of went blank on stage. So this time, she brought it up and she did actually apologise, which was a big deal. I think she felt bad but relieved and happy to say sorry in front of 80,000 people. And she cried a little bit.
What did you think?
I got a little bit emotional for once, yeah. I was like, aw.
Did you have a little cry?
A little tear, yeah. But then I gave her a big hug, because I know that was a big deal for her to say that. And finally, she did apologise. So for me, I was like, OK, so I have to forgive you a little bit now then.
Where does the Spice Girls journey go now? Are you going to Australia?
Well, no, let me just correct this. So I said, doesn't it make sense that we continue? Because, you know, it's been so successful and we've done it in such a nice, classy way. You know, we only started off with 6 shows that then went to 13 shows and they sold out really, really quick. So there is somewhat of a need for that. And I think people want a bit of light Spice Girls relief, you know? So I did suggest that we continue it, and I think we should just go to Australia in February. Doesn't that make sense? And
It does, but then I'll ask the obvious question, what about America, which would be the big one?
Well, one thing at a time. You know, we do England and we do Australia, and then maybe we do, like, Asia and then America, and then we do it all over again.
So you would like to do a proper world tour, wouldn't you?
I mean, I would. I mean, between the 4 of us, we had so much fun, and so did our kids, and so did our mums. You know, that touring lifestyle suits all us 4 girls.
Did you take them with you?
It really, really does. Yeah, yeah. And you have your routine. You wake up, you sort your kids out, you bring your kids to work, you do a sound check. We all have like lunch together. Yeah. Then we get our costume on.
It's a way of life, then, isn't it?
It really is.
Made it work.
And it's been in a bit of a bubble, and I feel really safe in that Spice bubble.
What about new music?
I know somebody. I did get asked that the other day. That's a discussion that we haven't had properly between the 4 of us, but I think we should.
Yes.
You'd like to make a new Spice Girls album?
I would love more Spice Girls music.
Yes.
But the thing is, I wonder if we've still got it if we get in the studio. We might not have...
Well, you've got it on stage and you've got it on tour.
Of course you have.
But that was 20 years ago we wrote those songs.
Let me ask you, you finally watched our Life Story show the other night, you said.
Yes, I did.
I mean, it was an amazing reaction to that show. Many people saying the same thing, which was it gave them a new perspective on you, a different perception, perhaps, to the one that they'd had from media stuff about you. What did you feel watching it?
Well, I was cringing watching myself, because I always do, but, I mean, that was a massive risk that I took, sitting down with you and doing that, because I am very honest, and you have been asking me for a long time, but I felt that time was the right time. And I know you now, and I feel safe with you, so...
Were you
it was
happy
a big
with the
turning
reaction
point.
you got to it?
I think it was a massive turning point for me, because I got to actually just tell my story, warts and all, you know?
And how have you found the reaction to it?
Somebody came up to me and said, oh, actually, you're quite nice and you're quite intelligent, aren't you? All right.
So the words you're struggling for
nice.
here are, thank you, Piers.
Yes, thank you, Piers. That's it, done. I'm not doing it again, though. You can only do it once, can't you?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's
that's
one of those... And I always say to people, only do Life Stories when you're really ready to talk. And you had said no for year after year, but I felt with you that you just reached a place in your life when it made sense to do it. And, and when we finished, notwithstanding the bombshell, which went off, but actually I always thought there was a much bigger picture there, which was the whole life story you told.
Yeah, and I'm thankful that you actually have been persistent in me doing that, because it was a game changer for me, even about how I viewed myself also. You
seem very, even from the last time we had you on here before the tour, something slightly changed about you. I don't know, you feel...
Totally
what now?
agree.
You feel much more, much more relaxed. You seem much...
I am relaxed.
You seem happy.
You're calmer and stronger, I'd say, and more composed. It's
Well, I've been here now for 2 months. Don't forget, I don't live here. I haven't lived here for 15 years. So I've been here for 2 months, and it feels properly like home.
Yes.
So I feel more grounded and more like I'm back home now.
You're going to come back permanently?
No. My kids love it here. They love it. They love it in Leeds.
So you're going to?
Don't know. You're not going to get another bombshell. Stop. Stop it.
Well, I haven't even got round to trying to get more bombshells out of it.
I haven't...
Still reading from the last one.
No. I don't know. We'll see. I do love it here. I do.
You're obviously quite tempted to. You're a Brit at heart, aren't you?
Well, I'm a Leeds lass. I'm always going to be a Leeds Yorkshire lass.
Well,
we'll see.
We love that you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always good to see you. Come back any time.
Yeah.
I think you should do a massive world tour, a new album, and come back and live in Leeds.
And a
That's
number
my
one
game
single.
plan for Mel B.
I like that.